So at the end of the November of 2024, I decided to start doing kickboxing. My kind of the end goal in mind was to kind of become like the best fighter in the world, like which is right now. Before that, I kind of considered doing like bodybuilding and stuff, but now I was thinking like, oh, this is fighting. This is more fun for me because I was like fighting movies and this sort of stuff. And so Oh, I remember my first session. It was kind of like so fun. Like I greeted everybody. I started talking to some people. Then kind of that was kind of like before training even started. And then once training started, we kind of started doing like running. Then for 10 minutes, then 10 minutes of stretching, and it's kind of fun, a fun vibe. Like you just follow whatever, you just like follow the stretches and stuff. But then like for first 3 weeks, I kind of started. I kind of just did technique and stuff. And in the meantime, while I wasn't training, I was basically watching YouTube videos of like people training, and always like kind of up until this point, I always had like this mindset, oh, I'm the best in the world, which is kind of like what I try, which really helped me like improve and stuff. Um, but like 3 weeks in, okay, I do, we kind of do technique and stuff because I'm a beginner. They put me in sparring it. Then they put me sparring with this like other beginner, which kind of like he's 2 weeks in, like basically same skill level as me. Like let's be real. But then, like, I was kind of having this mindset. Okay, I'm best in the world. I'm just gonna like start. This is kind of like my identity that I'm trying to form, and I'm gonna explain you why this is good. Like, just in a little bit. And what happened was I something unexpected, and I wasn't as good as I actually thought. I kind of said, okay, I'm gonna piece this guy up. Of course, not to hurt him for real, but just kind of beat him sparring, which was kind of like you always have every beginner had kind of have this mindset of kind of okay, I'm gonna piss him up a lot. The first guy. Then okay, but still, I was kind of like surprised, but there was still kind of keep this mindset of like, okay, I'm the best in the world. Then I started like sparring these other better dudes, and it's kind of when my kind of like when my arrogance like bit calmed down, which was like. I'm thinking I'm not that good, and you think that's good. Okay, it's humble. I'm being humble, but kind of fell into like this sadness of like I'm never gonna be good. I'm never gonna be like the best. I'm not gonna be best in the world. Like that kind of later improved. Like that okay, like 1 year in, I kind of like had this I still trained, of course, but I still kind of had this like uh, mindset of like, okay, I'm gonna be good, but later, which, yeah, excuse me for starving. That was bad. So basically, up until like 1 year in, I kind of like also did a bit of MMA and stuff, but basically just like I lost this kind of mindset at all of like arrogance. I'm not that good, but I knew like still had this mindset of like I'm gonna like be a bit later, okay? And I like I felt like yeah, I wasn't improving that enough, that much. But then I started kind of reading books about like this samurai Miyamoto Musashi. He's kind of like he basically won in his life. He won like 65 duels to the death, and he win every in each one of them. He kind of explained his mindset in the book, and he said in that your spirit should be uh, should be nowhere near from normal. Like in fighting, it should be same as fighting your spirit should be the same as like in no normal, like when you're not fighting you're basically doing the other stuff, yeah. Which all of a sudden, which kind of I didn't get it at first. Like I kind of thought that he said like I should have this good kind of arrogance, which he also like he explained the same thing in his book, like. But I read it and I was like, okay. And I started reading this book and kind of has like all these like types of fighting and stuff, like kind of, yeah. He explains it in swords fighting, but I kind of implemented it in kickboxing. And here's the thing, I kind of got that arrogance back again. Like right now, like not kind of like I basically feel right now again I'm the best in the world. But here's the thing, once I know I got it, like I already have it for like a month, and I feel like I feel like I'm not still the best, but I improve much more, which is kind of like, it's, and of course the other thing is I'm really happy, like but I'm like when I also started doing like YouTube every day, and overall I go outside more, my habits are becoming better, like once I got that arrogance, of course, like i'm not saying I'm not saying that you should be arrogant towards other people. Like when you speak to other people, of course you're nice, but you kind of have like this dark side, like inside you, which is kind of saying, "Yeah, you're the best." And here's the thing. I'm gonna have to explain this to you. Uh, there's difference between arrogance and ego. Okay, ego would be okay thinking, okay, I'm the best, so I don't have to do anything. Like I'm already the best, so I don't need any improvement. Which is like, I don't know how, and those people go bad, like they always lose. While the arrogance is okay, I'm the best in the world, but I'm still gonna practice more towards that because it kind of becomes your identity. I don't know how like. Separate these people separate these two, but you you kind of see my point right now, like you, of course you're nice towards other people, you you're overall happier once you're arrogant, which that kind of doesn't make sense. You kind of have to have this mindset to yourself, because if you have the other mindset of kind of being humble, which is kind of being pushed towards these days, like to the pink people like us. Oh, you should be more humble and stuff. Like you should be like more nice. Of course, you're nice to the other people, but like you're just to yourself. You think you're the best because like if you're humble, you're not happy. You basically think, oh my god, I'm the bad at this. I want to quit so bad, like. And of course, even when you're arrogant, doesn't mean like you're gonna become the best immediately. You're just gonna like you kind of have to keep this mindset of like, okay, I'm the best, and I'm gonna working towards being the better than I am now. Like and that's kind of like how you get to the becoming the best, of course. Well, that's kind of my rant today. If you want, you can join my community down below. It's down in the pinned comment. So I'll see you there.